Welcome back, everybody, to the Washington Nationals MLB 26 franchise. We are sitting here on the 2nd of July. We are 5 games out in the National League East. Only a game over the Mets, a game and a half over the Marlins. And if we go look at the wild card standings, we are 2 games behind the Rockies, 4 behind the Giants and Diamondbacks in the wild card race. And we've been scuffling along both offensively and pitching wise. We have a big road trip here. Actually, we have 7 games. We are at Boston, so a rematch of the World Series. Then we go to the Mets for 4 big games before we come back home, have 6 games against the White Sox and Tampa Bay. The draft will be right here. And originally I was going to get us all the way up and start this episode with the draft, but we were playing so poorly last one that I had to cut it short. And now we got to play these games before we can get to the draft. So we will definitely use critical situations to hop into some of these games, and more so the Mets games than the Red Sox games are a little more important. And then we'll get into the draft. I'll show you the guys I'm most interested in the draft by position. It's going to be more pitchers than hitters, but then we'll get right into the draft, get the draft done, see if we have anybody in home run derby. I kind of doubt it, and see who's in the All-Star game, and get through the rest of this month of July, get us to the trade deadline, see if we want to make any more trades at all, see where we stand at the end of the month, because you see we have 3 more games against the Braves right after the All-Star break, and then we have 3 games against the Mets and 4 against the Phillies as we round out July and head into August. So got a lot of work to do, a lot of important games to play. So let's get these first games here out of the way so we can get to the draft. So I know that's what you guys are really interested in this episode, is who we're going to pick. And so am I, actually. I want to know if we're going to get some good pitchers or if there's any hitters that are going to be discovered in this last week or so. So let's hop in and start simming some of these games and jump into critical situations. And right after rip, game 1, we are up 2-0, bottom of the 7th. Red Sox have bases loaded, 2 out. Jojo Romero on the mound facing Wilyer Abreu. Let's see if we can get out of this jam and keep this lead. Let's take a quick look at the box score real quick. Byron Buxton, 15th home run, 2-run shot in the 4th inning is the difference in this game. Alvarez, 6 shutout innings. Got to like that. Granillo pitched well. And their side, no extra base hits. Good start by Early. Now we just got to finish this off. So let's try a change up on the first pitch. And that's low and inside. There's Abreu's numbers on the season. Not quite nearly as good as it usually has. 237 average. All right, 1-1 count. See if we can get him chase this slider down and away. Nope, don't want to hang that pitch. Let's go back to the change. 2-1 pitch is right down the middle. Can't believe he took that. Abreu battling here. A couple of foul balls in a row. And doesn't chase it, so now the count goes full. Runners will be off with the pitch. Let's go with a sinker. Got to keep this down. And he takes strike 3 at the knees. There we go. Wow. Can't believe he didn't even offer at it. Keep this lead as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Wow. They're just going to put bases loaded against our bullpen every inning. So now we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Still 2-0 lead. Still bases loaded. This time Justin Sterner on the mound. Get out of another jam. All right. Need a strikeout or pop out. Double play. First pitch is fouled behind the plate. Get back there. Get there, stay in play. Wow, what a clutch first pitch. Now we don't have to worry about it. We can get any kind of out. Jazz at the plate. First pitch, sweeper, and rips that foul way out in front. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles today, so he's feeling it. Heading to count 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And, just missed. And now it's a 3-1 count. Rafaela on deck. Huge pitch here. Got to go 4-seamer. We're going to go up and away. And he takes strike 2. So now count goes full. Runners are going to go with the pitch. Going to challenge him again. High fastball. Here it comes. And it's a pop-up. Wow. Going to get out of this with 2 foul outs to the catcher. My goodness, not what I was expecting, but I'll take that as we pitch around another bases-loaded jam late in this game. And no late inning theatrics here as we get a 2-0 win. Alvarez gets the win. Alvarado gets the save, dodging bases loaded in the 7th and the 8th, but we get it done and get the dub against the World champion Red Sox. A little bit of revenge. Let's check the box score. Again, 4 hits, 2-run shot. You can see our bullpen. Mostly walks was doing us in late in the game, but got just enough. Got all the pitching we needed and just enough offense. All right, game 2, Shane McClanahan against Peyton Tolley. Another situation. Now we're down 2-1, top of the 7th. This series has had nothing but bases loaded situations. So bases loaded, 1 out. Eli Willits with a chance to tie this game. Just got to get the ball out of the infield. All right, no strikeouts, no double play. You can see it's raining, so nasty weather here in Boston. First pitch outside for a ball. Willits down to 248. He was hitting around 300 for a while, so he's been slumping lately. Jeremiah Estrada on the mound. 1-0 pitch. It's a high fly ball on the right field line, and I think that's more than a sac fly. Grand slam, home run. Eli Willits, let's go. His 10th home run in the majors. Down that short porch in right field. It's not just the Green Monster here. A very short right field line. And he got all of that. Wow. Hey, I've been playing Diamond Dynasty all morning. Trying to get my swing back. And hopefully that's a good harbinger of things to come. See, he wraps this around the foul pole. Keeps it fair. That's going to be it for Estrada. And the Nationals would hang on and win this game 6-4. McClanahan goes to 7-4. Whitlock gets his 19th save. So we take the first 2 games and win the series. And our bats, I think they're starting to wake up. Never know. As soon as I say that, they stop hitting. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Here's the box score. 12 hits. Vinny had 3. McVey 3. Young had 2. Willits with a grand slam. Loma Vida hit one in the 9th as well. Good start for McClanahan in the bullpen. Whitlock gave us a little heartburn in the 9th, and we hang on and get the win. And now game 3, going for the sweep on the 4th of July in Boston. Cade Horton against Ranger Suarez. And we lose. And we lose Tony Tulibitz for 1 to 2 weeks. We'll just keep him active. Got pounded 11-3, so Boston comes back, gets one in the end. Pasquantino his 23rd home run. Loma Vida his 2nd home run as many days. Horton pitched horribly. Jax continues to pitch horribly. I don't know what to do with him. We may have to trade him off. I haven't found anybody willing to take that I would want back in return, but man, he is just horrible right now. And I'm going to see if the White Sox want Griffin Jackson. We'll take Phil Maton back, who we had as our setup guy last year. Couldn't bring him back, and they have him on the trade block. So I would gladly take Maton back for Griffin Jacks to not give up all those runs. So we'll see if this trade goes through. Now we go to New York, big 4-game series at the Mets. Brad Lord against Casey Mize. And we are tied. We're both 4.5 games out. So this is a battle for second place. Game 1, we win 5-3. Check the box score. 13 hits in the game, 3 for Wood, 2 hits by Willits, Pasquantino, Buxton, and Abrams, not Adams. Home run by Wood, his 20th. Buxton hit his 16th. Lord pitched okay, and the bullpen. Look at that, 5 strikeouts for Jojo Romero in the inning and 2/3. For the 5 outs he faced, he struck out all 5 guys. My goodness, 20th save of the season for Garrett Whitlock. The bullpen didn't allow any hits. Gotta love that. And the White Sox turned us down on the trade for Bill Maton, so we'll just try and figure something else out. Game 2, Roki Sasaki against Luis Severino. And we got a situation here. Fairbanks in, tying runs are on, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, facing Frankie Lindor. Let's hop in and try and keep this game at 7-5 Nationals. Check the box score real quick before we hop into this game. Wood, Willits, and Buxton all with home runs. And we're on a power stroke lately. McVey up to 19 steals. Roki, not a great start. Bullpen's been pitching good, though, so. All right. Don't need a double play. We can just go for the strikeout. First pitch is fouled off. Mets with their City Connects. Go change up, down, and away. The 1 pitch is fouled off to the left side again. We go for the strikeout. High fastball. There's the pitch. And he doesn't chase, and he gets away from the catcher. And they're going to get him at second base. There we go. Get the out on the wild pitch as we gun down Soto at second. Wow, what a way to get out of that. Now we got another situation. Same game, up 7-6. They've scored 1 run in the bottom of the 9th. They have the tying run at third with 2 outs. Garrett Whitlock against Brett Beatty. Let's hop in and try and get the save. All right, sinker down and away. First pitch is a ground ball, second base. Abrams has it. Throw to first, and there we go. We hang on, get out of those 2 jams, get our second win of this 4-game series. And Jose Alvarado gets the win in relief. Christian Scott the loss. Whitlock his 21st save. Check the box score. Again, those 3 hits. Abrams had a double. We had 6 walks. And Whitlock 2 hits. Must have given up a triple or something to give up that run. Luis Garcia, another home run off his former team. And Josh Smith did have a triple in the 9th. So we got to Severino and Christian Scott for 6 runs. All right, game 3, Andrew Alvarez, Tyler Mahle. Alvarez had a couple of good starts since he's been called back up. See if we can keep that trend going. And we win 3-0. Wow, won the first 3 games against the Mets. We've won 6 of our last 7. Check the box score. 3 hits for Wood, 4 hits for Langford, 2 for Abrams. Home run by Langford. Alvarez, 4 shutout innings. Had to leave early. Bullpen does a great job, though, despite the 3 walks by Sterner. And Whitlock his 22nd save. Wow. We are now 3 games behind the Braves, 2.5 ahead of Marlins, 3 ahead of the Mets. And now we go for the sweep. Great pitching matchup. Shane McClanahan against Nolan McLean. We really need this sweep. Let's go, boys. Here we go. And we win 13-1 and get the sweep of the Mets. Wow. We went on the road and won 6 out of 7. Look at this box score. 3 hits for McVey, 3 hits for Pasquantino, 2 for Buxton, 2 for Millis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doubles. We hit 3 homers. Buxton hit 2. Pasquantino's up to 24. McClanahan 6 shutout innings. He's 8-4. Griffin Jacks comes in, only gives up 1 run this time, gets the hold. And we pounded the Mets 4 straight. And we go back here. Let's see, 1-1, 4-2, 8-2 in our last 10. Wow, 8-2, and we're only 2 games back of the Braves now. And we start a 6-game homestand against the White Sox. Tampa Bay dropped the first game 8-2. Murakami with a home run. Noah Schultz, 5 shutout innings. Our side, no home runs there. Bad start by Horton, and Griffin Jacks gives up 2 more runs. I've got him on a trade block. I can't find anybody that will take him, not surprisingly. Game 2, we win 6-4. They hit 2 home runs. We get to Lodolo big time. Wilkin gets his first of the year. Loma Vida, home run again. Brad Lord, not a bad start there. 3 unearned runs in the bullpen. Does a great job this time. Now, game 3, Roki Sasaki, Shane Smith. And we got a situation here. Guess what? We're facing Phil Maton. We are down 6-5, bottom of 10th. Jacob Young leading things off here for the Nats. He's 4 for 4 with a home run and 4 ribs on the game. So let's see if we can get a rally going against the guy we were just trying to trade for. And before we hop in, let's look at this box score real quick. Young batting cleanup. He's got 3 singles and a homer. I was just looking to see if he was close to hitting for the cycle or not, but no, he's not. But all right, let's try to get on base. See if Vinny can drive him in. First pitch swung through and strike. See, 242 on the year. His first home run of the year today. And the 0-1 pitch. They ground ball to the right side, tried to sneak it through the hole and couldn't get it through. There's the first out. That'll bring in Vinny. 1 for 3 with a single. See, he's already got 24 home runs and 71 ribs. As we close in on the All-Star break. Vinny ahead in the count, 2-1. Tie this with one swing of the bat. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Buxton on deck. 3-1 count on Vinny. Long look. Here's the pitch. And ball 4. So there we go. Tying run is on, and may have to pinch run for him. And we're going to bring in McVey because he can steal his way into scoring position. We're not messing around. We're going to send him on the first pitch. There's the pitch from Maton. Long, slow windup. Throw down is not in time. And there we go. Tying run. In scoring position now. Stolen base number 20. Do it again. Let's try it again. There he goes. Here's the pitch. Low. And a throw down. Not in time. So McVey steals his way all the way to third. Now they got to bring the infield in. 2-0 count on Buxton. Just got to get this out of the infield. Fouls that off. Reset. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. And it's a line shot in our right center field. That's going to drop, and this game is tied. There we go. Pinch runner, 2 stolen bases later. RBI single for Buxton. We're going to send him as well. CJ at the plate. See if Buxton can get in scoring position as well. There he goes. Long, slow delivery. Long, slow curveball. Now we have the winning run at second base with 1 out here in the 10th. Not going to chance it again. Give CJ a chance to hit, and that's inside for a ball. You know what? We're going now. We're going to send him. Game is tied. Trying to get that winning run to third base. Low delivery. Here's a ground ball to short, and they're going to get the out. We get the man to third. Had to protect there. He had a bad jump at second base. Now Willie Castro, winning run to third base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th. And here's a shot in the left field down the line, and that's going to get caught. But we do get the game tied. We manufacture a run. See if we can get this game walked off in extra innings. Well, beyond the 10th. It's already in extra innings, right? And we're going to pick this up in the bottom of the 12th inning. Sox are up 7-6. Andrew Walters on the mound. James Wood at the plate to lead things off. All right, got to get another manufactured rally here as the first pitch is high. He's 0 for 3, 1 for 6 in the series. Couple of walks. But a big fly right here to tie this game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And way out in front of that slider. All right, 1-2 count. Just need a man on base. And I was way out in front of that slider and struck out to start the inning. My bad. I'll bring in Jacob Young. Already has 4 hits today. First pitch is outside. He's got the speed to steal if we can get him on. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there's a ground ball past third base into left field. So we do have the tying run on with 1 out. Tom McVey, pinch ran for Vinny. He's going to step in. He's the DH. Here's the pitch. There goes Young. Throw down, and he's in safe. There we go. Another stolen base. Now we have the tying run at second with 1 out. McVey behind the count 0-1. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Reset. 1-1 count. Here it comes. Outside ball 2. McVey heading to count 2-1 now. There's the pitch. There's a shot in the right spin of the field, and that's shallow. He's not going to move up on that as they get it back in quick. It was just dead off the bat. That'll bring in Buxton now. See if he can tie this game up again. First pitch. Swings through that low fastball. Strike 1. Count even at 2. Down to the last strike, though. Here's the pitch. And in the dirt, and that's going to be strike 3, and we lose. Wow. All right, look at the box score. 9 hits, 8 walks, 13 strikeouts. They hit 3 home runs. Shane Smith got beat up. Our side, 12 hits, 5 of them by Young, 6 walks, only 1 home run, bunch of stolen bases. Rookie was not great. Bullpen was not great. And we drop it and lose 2 out of 3 to the Sox. Now game 1 against Tampa Bay, Andrew Alvarez against Clark Schmidt. We win 7-4. We won every game Alvarez has started since his recall. Gave up 3 home runs in that game. Hey, Jordan Walker plays for Tampa Bay now. Our side, 4 hits for McVey, 3 hits for Millis, bunch of Wood and Pasquantino, 2 hits. We had 14 hits. Wood and Millis with home runs. Alvarez, 2 runs over 5 innings, and bullpen gives up 2 runs. But Griffin Jacks, no runs in 2/3 of an inning. That's an improvement. Whitlock, his 24th save. In game 2 against Tampa Bay, I'm going to quick manage this game because if I just sim it, it'll take us to the draft, and don't really want to jump straight into the draft out of this game. So let's go quick manage and see what we can do while we watch a game. Sugar Shane on the mound for the Nats. We're wearing our Old City Connects. In his last 2 starts, 14 strikeouts, 13 innings, 1.98 ERA. See if he can keep that trend going as well. All right, in the sim, Torres singles, Jeffers singles, flyouts, strikeouts, 3-run shot by Rosarena, flyout, bottom half, flyout, strikeout to the second, 1 out, 2 out, solo shot by Walker. This is not the start we were looking for. Single, another single, and 6 hits in 2 innings is not good. 1 out, single, double play to the third, 1 out, 2 out. Hey, got him 1, 2, 3. Single, steal second, fly out, a walk, fly out, a walk. James Wood, let's go bat. All right, bases loaded, 2 out here in the third. Chance to tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. And it ripped the first pitch foul. See his numbers, 274, 22, and 55. Wood ahead in the count, 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. And rips it inside first base. And it's going to be snagged and stepped on first. And we don't score any runs. All right, top of the 4th. 1 out, 2 out, 3 out to the bottom half. 1 out, single, fielder's choice, stolen base, ground out, go to the 5th. 1 out, 2 out, 3 out. So Shane settled down, but they've already scored 4 runs. 1 out, 2 out, and 3 outs, go to the 6th. 1 out, 2 out, 3 out. Eli, 1 out. Wood, solo shot. Could have used that earlier. 4-1. Walk, error. 2-run shot by Buxton makes it 4-3. Must have been an out on that error. Single by Abrams. Steals second. A walk. Loma Vida. Let's hop in. And we got to have a new pitcher first. And it's going to be Matt Swanson, who I was interested in trading for, but not with that 6.21 ERA. All right, 2 on, 2 out here in the 6th. Down by a run. I've hit well with Loma Vida. See if that continues as it ripped the first pitch foul. He's down to 272, but 5 home runs, 12 RBI. Need to see what that compares to Ford. Loma Vida behind 0-2. Just need a leader through the infield. Here's the pitch, and we swing and miss and strike out. That's what I was looking for. All right, to the 7th. We'll let Shane go 1 batter at a time. Solo shot by Simpson. Okay, that's enough. He's done. Wow. Of all people, Chandler Simpson. Go to Sterner. 1 out. Double. 6-3. We just have a problem in the bullpen, and I can't figure it out. McVey 1 out. Willits 2 outs. Wood walks. Langford doubles at 6-4. Would be tied if we don't give up those 2 runs. Then he strikes out. Go to the 8th. Let's go to the pen and go to Alvarado. Single. Stolen base. A single. Dealer's choice. Stolen base. Walk. Jeez Louise. Go to the pen and go to Varland. Can't go to Fairbanks. He's dinged up. His oblique got strained the other day, so he's on a day-to-day basis. So bases loaded, 1 out. Louis Varland facing Jordan Walker. Sack fly makes it 7-4. Now we go to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher, ground out, strikeout to the 9th. 1 out, solo shot. We can't stop giving up home runs. And the bottom of the 9th. 1 out, 2 out, and walk. 9 run on deck. Langford strikes out. And not much good I can say about that game as we got beat 8-4. Series is tied at 1. Look at this ugly box score. Gave up 12 hits. Xavier Isaac and Carson Williams, the only ones without a hit. Gave up 4 home runs. And we had 7 hits, 6 walks, couple of homers, and Shane was not good, and nobody in the pen was good. And now it is draft day, and we have 2 picks in the top 31, pick 29, pick 31. Then we have another one at 63, so 3 in the top 75, just missed getting 4 in the top 100. I'm going to show you my scouted list. There's a bunch of guys on the list that I didn't get to scout that I'm interested in if they happen to fall to us, but show you what we have scouted. This discovered player, Isaiah Senecor, guaranteed B, maybe even an A, but he's going to be in the 50s, low 60s. And clutch and stamina are good. Ks per righty are good. 5-pitch mix. He's a long-term possibility there. Felipe Zamora, ranked 19th. We have him too. We don't expect him to get to us. Great stamina. Clutch is okay. Everything else is a really good spot, but only 3-pitch mix, 2 fastballs and a changeup. That looks like a reliever, even though his stamina is pretty high. Edgar Heel, ranked 67 MLB, 4 on our board. A left-handed pitcher. Doesn't have the greatest clutch. And does have a good 5-pitch mix. Good sinker. Need more lefties in the organization. Young lefties at least. So he's a possibility at either of our first 2 picks. Boone Hansen, another starting pitcher that probably won't fall to us. Joaquin Estrella, more than likely won't fall to us. Great pitch mix there, though. Greg Tabarn, another guy that we discovered. Looks like he's going to be B potential, high C, low to mid B, somewhere in the high 50s, low 60s. Clutch isn't in the greatest place, but and he's got 2 fastballs and a slider changeup. I have to change one of those, that 2-seamer probably to a sinker or a splitter. But he's somebody we could take later in the draft. Shimek, if he falls to us, isn't bad at all. Jonathan Cousins, guaranteed B to an A at 104 MLB, 27 for us, but he's going to be in the 50s. He's a definite long-term prospect there. Dave Freitas, I had him mention him at the beginning of the season. Great clutch, great control, stamina, and great 5-pitch mix. I would not be disappointed if we got him with our first pick at all. Left-hander again. Sergio Blanco, ranked 48th. We have him at 29. And everything's pretty good spot there. His clutch is a touch low, though. And then we have some closers. Peter Green, guaranteed B, maybe even an A, in the high 60s, low 70s at 21. Left-handed pitcher, strikes out a bunch of guys. Stefan Almanzar, not rated guy that we discovered, could definitely be a B into the low A range, probably in the low 70s. Another guy that strikes out the world, has good clutch as well. Alfonso Francisco, it's going to be a tight split there, so his overall and his potential aren't going to have much difference. He is 21 years old, so it looks like he'll be somewhere in the mid to high 70s. Could come in as a low B. Great control, great stamina, not the greatest clutch. Strikes out lefties really well for a right-hand pitcher. Throws all of his pitches really well. So that's another possibility that we could take at 31. And a few other guys here. Let's get to have one catcher who comes in 73 for them, 81 for us. We'd have to hope that he slides to the second round. Guaranteed B, but he's in the 50s at 21. Nothing special. Just an all-around, pretty consistent guy. Could use some work on his arm strength and power, though. Third base, we have Miguel Uribe, guaranteed B, in the high 50s at 21. Another glove first. But he is pretty flat. He's not big valleys and peaks here on his hitting. Dave Pennington, thought about taking him with our first pick, but he didn't come through very well on the scouting. Left field, Shane Roach is a possibility for either of our first 2. Looks like he's a guaranteed B, but he's going to be in the 50s. Really good defense and speed. Aaron Ortiz, guaranteed B, in the 50s again at 20. Nothing special outside of his speed and stealing. Right fielder, Shane Lesher, Someone we could take later, either round 2 or maybe he could go to round 3. I don't know. Guaranteed to be high C, low B in the 50s, high 50s, low 60s. And the good plate skills. Doesn't have a lot of power, arm strength, but really good defense and speed. And those are the guys we have scouted. Go to our top 100. Then we get into the guys like Sidney Deerdorf, who will not make it to us. Number 1 player on the MLB board. We have right fielder. Got a lot of 99, so he's not going to come in at the top there. Go by position. Catcher, Rivera, looks pretty good. Really good fielding. Not going to fall to us, though. Walter Hu, the same way. He's probably not going to fall to us. Kinslow, I'd be interested in. I just ran out of weeks to scout. It's pretty balanced all across the board. First base, Fernando Aguila. Really good contact, vision, clutch, no defense, no power, no speed. No thank you. Todd Keene looks really good, but he's injured, so his durability is already low, and he's got a couple of 99, so he's not coming in at the top. Be interested if he slid maybe that second first-round pick, but height splits anyway, plus he's injured. Chris Minoso, really good arm. Looks like more of a third base arm. How tall is he? 6'3". Yeah, he could play third base with that arm and that fielding. But I don't think these guys are going to fall to us where we pick. There's a really good hitting shortstop at 22 years old, but no defense. Good arm, though, but no power, not the greatest defense. Here's a left fielder. Will not fall to us either. Theodore Ting, great contact, great fielding, decent arm, really good speed, average power. Could be something down the road. And let me find this guy. Chu Chang. Check this guy out. Not rated, number 9 on our board, 66 to 99 potential, 66 to 99 overall. So his potential and overall are going to be exactly the same at 18 years old. And got a few 99s. He is incredible across the board. I would expect him to come in the C's. Say he's a 79 across the board, so you just take 20 off the board on everything. He would still have pretty good power, pretty good defense, really good arm and speed. So he'd be one of those guys. He's not going to get any better than he is, but he could start with a high floor with no ceiling. If he's there like in the late 5th, 6th round, I would take him just to see what he is. This guy looks really good, but again, 99s, he's not going to be there. He's not going to be there for our pick. So anyway, there's some good, decent looking hitters at the top. They'll never get to us, so we don't even consider them. So I am definitely looking pitcher heavy in this draft, and if we can get any of our scouted hitters, maybe round 2, 3, pick up a couple of guys. We got some closers, might have to take them in the second round or earlier. Just gonna have to wait and see how this plays out. All right, first pick of the draft goes to the Angels. They take Henry Whitlock, the left fielder, switch hitter. Second pick goes to the Rangers. They take Theodore Ting. So that guy looks like he's going to start in a pretty good spot. He's not going to be a 99, though. And the third pick goes to the Rockies. They take Victor Cortez, third baseman. Now the Twins are on board. Whitlock, good power, good speed, good arm, not much else. Ting is the guy that's pretty good across the board, and Cortez, third baseman, he's never going to make it to us, didn't bother scouting him. And the number 1 player, number 1 pitcher, number 1 player on MLB board, number 3 on us, Sidney Deerdorf. Not a great clutch, but great stamina and control, but only 3 pitches. Goes to the Twins. Molina, the right fielder. Goes to the Cardinals, Sam Perez. Might be a reach at short. I don't know. And second baseman Todd Keene. I thought, well, he's injured. Maybe he falls to us, but he goes at 12 to the White Sox. And Dave Freitas doesn't make it to us. He goes to the Reds at 16. It's too bad. Same thing with Kevin Shimek. And Sam Madlock didn't get a chance to scout him. Didn't really matter because the Astros took him before us. I was definitely interested in him in the preseason. And Dave Pennington goes to the Guardians at 23. And now it's our pick here in the first round. Look at our scouted choices. Not going to take the not rated guy there. We have Edgar Heel, Jonathan Cousins, Sergio Blanco. Two closers there. Francisco. Francisco looks really good. Yeah, I'm having a lot of trouble trying to figure out this pick. Do I want Edgar Heel? Not the greatest clutch. Could be a definite B. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to take this guy here because he's guaranteed to be in the 70s. Hoping he comes in on the higher side at 21, but has great control, great stamina, great Ks per 9 against lefties. Throws 2 fastballs, slider, changeup, sweeping curve, and really good quality for all those. I think I'm going to take Alfonso Francisco with the first pick, and maybe Heel will last to our next one. So Alfonso Francisco, I think he's going to be a little bit farther along, even yeah, he's 21 years old. So let's go ahead and take Alfonso Francisco. Red Sox make their pick, and then we're back on the board. All right, our pick, we could take Heel, so he could go to our next pick. And I think I would really like, we take Blanco. You take Blanco. You take one of these closers. Don't have to take him. The way our bullpen is struggling, we have 3 closers on the board. We could go ahead and take this lefty, guaranteed to be at least a high B, low A, in the high 60s, low 70s. As bad as, and we don't have a bunch of young relievers. I think there's plenty of starting pitchers. I'm going to go ahead and take Peter Green right now. We don't pick again until 63. And now some of the guys on our board are starting to go off. Aaron Ortiz, guaranteed B potential, but in the high 50s goes. Kevin Cordero, non-rated starting pitcher goes. Shane Roach, left fielder goes. Sergio Blanco, I was looking at him for our next pick for sure. And he went. That's too bad. And the outfielder, Sean Lesher, goes. Right about where we have him on our draft board. And when it gets to our pick, it's going to be between Edgar Heel and Jonathan Cousins. Maybe even this relief pitcher here as well. And doesn't matter. Lopez got taken by the A's at 57. And now it's our turn. These non-rated guys have not gone. And Cousins, Heel, both 18 years old. He's guaranteed B. Pretty much guaranteed B as well. He's got a higher floor, though. These two are pretty close to being even here as well. Let's go take Edgar Heel, get a left-handed starting pitcher. Now with the rest of our picks, we're going to look at our discovery players and see if one of those guys gets snagged before our next pick. And the older B potential third baseman Miguel Uribe had on the list goes here at 65. Elvis Mota. I wonder if he's related to Edgar Mota. Oh, look at that. He can play catcher. Secondary unknown, but it's got blocking and pop time on his fielding, even though he's an outfielder. Chu Chang. So that guy, that's going to be potential overall exactly the same. Goes way before we were willing to take him. And the catcher we had on the board that was going to be in the 50s goes. I mean, he's 21 years old, so nothing lost there. Take him forever to get to the majors. And Isaiah Senecor, number 1 on our board, goes to Colorado at 83, so we waited too long. Guaranteed B, maybe even an A, but he's going to be high 50s, low 60s at best. That's okay. We got other guys on our list. And if he's there with our next pick, we're taking Jonathan Cousins. Like that stamina, control, really good pitch mix. And Jonathan Cousins goes to the Brewers at 104, right where his MLB rank is, so we're not getting him. That's a shame. 2 more picks. 1 more pick. And now it's our turn, so take the starting pitcher. Take closer. A lot of starting pitchers. Let's go ahead and take this closer so we don't lose him. Right-hand pitcher, 21-year-old, guaranteed B in the 70s. Great strikeout pitcher. Stefan Almanzar, welcome to the Nats. And it's our pick in round 4. We have 4 guys left on our board for 3 picks. And not rated. Delgado. He will go before our next pick. I'm going to go ahead and make sure we get this number 24 guy, Greg Tabarn. And our pick in round 5, we have 3 guys left on the board. So, this guy looks better. He's got better stamina, better control. Let's take Delgado because he's the only rated guy left. And our last pick of the draft comes down to Guillermo Jimenez and Zach Elise. They look very similar, although he could be higher rated. Both look like they could end up being relievers. Not very long durability starters. He's got really good control. And he's got 5 pitches. Take the lefty, Zach Elise. And we are done with the draft. Wasn't planning on taking nothing but pitchers, but that's the way it worked out. That's okay. We need to replenish and get some good young pitchers in the system. And never can have enough pitching. You can always use them to trade as well. And, some of these guys don't come out with the greatest potential. We can always slide them to the bullpen, and they'll get more use out of there. So we'll just have to see how they come out rated, and we'll look at that once we get through the trade deadline. Now we wrap up this homestand, go into the All-Star break. Game 3, Cade Horton, Jack Flaherty. And we win 8-5. Carson Williams hits 2 home runs, drives in 4 for them. And we got all over Englert and Gomez in their bullpen. Our side, Langford with a 3-run shot. Wilkin with a home run. 2 hits and a home run, drives in 4. We had 7 walks in the game. A couple of steals. Cade Horton pitched okay. And look at that, Griffin Jacks doesn't give up a run. Alvarado does, but Whitlock gets the save. 25 saves. We end the first half. 1 game back of the Braves, 1 game ahead of the Mets, 4 games ahead of the Marlins. Where are we at? The wild card. We are the number 3 wild card with 1 game over the Mets, 2 over the Rockies. So, back in the playoff hunt for sure. Check out our stats real quick. CJ with 102 hits at the break, 15 home runs, hitting 272. Vinny and James Wood, Buxton all over 20 home runs. Vinny with 72 ribs, leads the team by a lot. 27 steals by Abrams, 22 for McVey, who leads in runs. James Wood at 54. Batting average is Wood, Chaparro, Abrams. OPS leader is Wood, Pasquantino, and Abrams. Wood already has 100 strikeouts. Total bases is Pasquantino and Wood. Pitching side, McClanahan, 8-5, 285 ERA, 122 whip. Horton, 7-6, 371. Kind of been scuffling lately. Rookie, 7-5, 410. Brad Lord, 6-5, 505. And Alvarez pitching great since he got called back up. Bullpen side. Other than Griffin Jacks, everybody's pitching pretty good. And Pete down to 281. There's he at 25 saves for Whitlock. So back into the bullpen's doing great. The other guys are not. Any leading in awards at the break. Eli, number 1 on Rookie of the Year. Gonna take a lot from Albus to get there. And now the Home Run Derby. Do we have anybody in it? At Petco. And no, nobody in there. So we're not going to watch this. And now the All-Star game. Ooh, we made it from the Nationals to the All-Star game. I have a feeling Whitlock made it for sure. Let's see if McClanahan or somebody else makes it. Side, Fairbanks and Whitlock. So top 2 relievers make it. And the hitting side, Vinny. So we have Pasquantino, Fairbanks, and Whitlock. We're just going to sim this, and I'll show you the box score at the end. And the American League wins 4-2. Garrett Whitlock gave up a 3-run homer to Ryan Jeffers, and that was a difference in the game. Back the box score. 2 hits for Caminero, 2 hits for DeLauder. The home run by Jeffers. Our side, 2 hits for Devers, 2 for Soto, 2 for Horner. No home runs. And Fairbanks, 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 K. Whitlock didn't get anybody out. A walk, 2 hits, and one of those was a 3-run shot. So not a good appearance by him. And Junior Caminero was MVP of the All-Star game. And now we get our first chance to try and sign our draft picks. Greg Tabarn, 70% motivated. And he will take $400,000. Thank you. Luis Delgado at 61%. Declines. Alfonso Francisco signs. First round pick. There we go. One more. He declines. All right, so we'll take these guys off the board. And we'll throw these 3 guys on, try and get them up over 50%. And a futures game. Just going to check and see who we have on the roster, if anybody. And Joel Chavez, starting pitcher. Jeff Ullman, starting pitcher. Hitting side, Jeremy Dunbar. He's hitting .274 with 21 home runs and 51 ribs. Arlen Lyons, our second baseman we got from the Mets, hitting .314. So 2 hitters, 2 pitchers. And the American League wins the futures game 9-6. Joel Ortiz had a rough inning. I will show you that in 1 second. The box score is Jimmy Shirley. It's the MVP, 2 for 3, home run, 3 ribs. See, they pounded out 17 hits. Our side, Dunbar, 2 for 3, scores a run, drives in 2. Hit a home run. And Joel Chavez, 1 out, 4 hits, a walk, gave up a 3-run homer. Jeff Ullman pitched much better. That right there shows you Chavez has got a while to go before we ever consider him for the major league level. That hits per 9 is not high enough. Ullman is very, very close. And before we start the second half of this season, I was going through our players, looking at who's hot, who's not, what we could really use. And we have a problem at third base. I'm going to try and work it through. I really don't want to bring up Dunbar because I want him to get a full season. I mean, I don't want to bring him up now. I want to bring him up in September. I don't want to bring him up in July and burn up his rookie eligibility this year, especially when it looks like Willits is going to walk away with the award. But I have to really think on that hard. Vinny, right now in his last 10 games, hitting .385, 1 home run, 11 RBI. CJ hitting .308 with no home runs, 3 RBI, and 4 stolen bases. Eli's hitting .220 with 1 home run, 1 RBI. Wood hitting .326 with 4 home runs, 7 RBI, and a steal. McVey, .317, no home runs, 2 RBI, 4 stolen bases. Langford, .262, 2 home runs, 10 RBI, no steals. Castro, .132 with no home runs, 1 RBI. Buxton, .310 with 6 home runs, 15 RBIs, 2 steals. And Loma Vida slumping last 10 games, hitting .158, but he has 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. So got a couple of weak spots there with Castro and Loma Vida right now. Harry Ford has still 1 to 2 months to go. And I'm thinking about going in and player locking with Willie Castro, trying to get him out of his slump. You look at down here on the AAA level, Jeremy Dunbar up to .274, 21 home runs, 51 RBI, 10 stolen bases, .329 on base, .533 slug, .863 OPS. Only has 39 strikeouts. And how many errors? Got 7 errors, which I kind of expected. Still is a positive WAR. So he's definitely going to be our starting third baseman next year. And if Castro is still slumping, he'll be our starting third baseman all of September. But I would like to get through this next month and a half without bringing him up, if at all possible. Look at Lewis Haynes, just tearing it up still. .271 average and 19 home runs. Even Tulibitz has got 15. So we got a lot of power down here in AAA. But got to get this straightened out right here at third base. I even looked at making some trades. There are guys that are on the block, love to have. Show you right now. Go down to trade blocks and go to third base. Look at this, Correa, Bregman, Chapman, Machado. But all of those players have an extra year or more on their contract, big contract at that. That would block Dunbar. I could go after Okamoto, 1 year left. This is his last year, but it's only secondary position is first base. And well, it'd be nice to have him. We can have Castro back up and stick Wilkin in the minors. We might be able to just play our way through this, but Castro's still stinking it up at the deadline. I may have to seriously think on making a move to try and get somebody to approve that for the next month before Dunbar comes up. And so with that said, we're going to hop into this series right now at Atlanta. Brad Lord against Spencer Strider, and I'm going to player lock on Castro and try and get him fixed, and we may end up player locking with him for the entire series, so don't be surprised if that happens. I'll get us down here to the trade deadline, and we'll make a decision at that point what we're going to do. And it's a 3-game series with the Mets that concludes here. We have to get through that game to find out what our player ratings are, and I'm not promising that we're going to get that done in this episode. You might have to come back for the start of the next episode to see what the ratings are. Let's get in here, quit talking, and see if we can get Willie Castro straightened out if we have to make a trade. And before we get this game started, I made some adjustments to the lineup, and this is what we're going to go with right now. Willits is slumping, so we're going to drop him down to 9, and Wyatt's going to go to 3, Vinny 4, Byron 5, CJ 6. So trying to, we're hitting okay right now, not necessarily pitching okay the whole time, but want to get more production at the top. You can see we got 4 hot guys, and we got some cold guys down here. Nationals are 10-4 in their last 14 games, and they come into this series with Atlanta trailing by just 1 game in the standings. You see right there, 1 game ahead of New York, 4 games ahead of Miami, but 3 right ahead Atlanta Braves. And that could put us into a first-place tie, or put us 4 games back, or get us in first place by ourselves. Let's hop into these games and find out. And Spencer Strider on the mound. See his numbers, not a great win-loss record. Everything else looks really good, though. And we get on the board, RBI double by Vinny after a 1-out walk by Wood. Gunnar Henderson responds with a solo shot in the bottom half to start that inning. And after Abrams strikes out to start second, we're going to hop in now with Willie Castro. All right, Willie, can do my best to help you out. I haven't been the greatest lately either. Now even at 1. Here's the pitch. And ripped to first base, snagged. Step on the bag, and that's a 2nd out. Way in front of that pitch. Solo shot by Baldwin makes it 2-1 Braves. A 3-run shot by Riley makes it 5-1. We just can't keep the ball in the ballpark. And pick it up top of the 5th, down 5-1. Willie's going to be leading things off, try and get a rally started for the Nationals. So his numbers on the season, 239, 10, and 33. Horrible OPS. Willie ahead in the count 2-1. There's the pitch from Strider. And a high fly ball down a left field line towards the corner. And that is caught at the edge of the warning track by Santander for the first out. And pick it up here in the top of the 7th. Still down 5-1. Abrams struck out to start the inning off Joey Wentz. And now it's Castro's time. And I flinched and grounded out. Probably not any worse than what I would have done if I was batting. And I bring in Griffin Jacks just to get some work. Try and get his ERA down. And he gives up another home run to Riley. So now it's 6-1. He is flat broken. I don't understand it. We have to get rid of him. And the Braves win Game 1 of the important 3-game series, 6-1. Thoroughly dominate. Strider with the win. Lord with the loss. Wentz with the save. Look at this box score. 4 hits and 2 walks. That's it. Nothing but 1 hit by Loma Vida, which was a double in the bottom half. That's just no production whatsoever. Lord, bad start. Jax, I don't know what to do. I could just straight up cut him, but he's got value. I need to trade him. I got to quit talking about it. I just need to find somebody that will take him. And I offered another trade to the White Sox. Added in young relief pitcher Todd Crowell. Crowell's got horrible clutch. It's like in the 20s. So we'll send him off in the deal. They can get a young reliever and develop him up and see if we can get this deal done and bring Maton back. Maton is signed for another year, so we don't have to worry about signing him in the offseason if we can swing this deal. And now Game 2, Hiroki Sasaki against Justin Steele. Again, we're going to hop in. Maybe we'll hop in with Willits this time and see if we can help him out and let Castro try and do it in the sim. And on the mound for the Braves, Justin Steele having a really good season. Hopefully we can get to those. We got so many left-handed bats in the lineup. But hopefully we can get through and get to him early and get into their bullpen. And CJ, right off the rip, I asked for it. Sometimes you got to speak it into existence. Leadoff home run. We're up 1-0. Eli Willits coming to the plate. Good look at Eli there. I don't know why it always shows me the opponent's record first at bat that we look at. The wind blowing from right field to left field. So if we can pull a pitch here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ripped foul. Count even at 1. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly ball into right field, and I was late again. That's the first out. James Wood, it's a solo homer. So 2 simmed at bats, 2 solo homers. Langford, a third. What is going on? That's Abrams, Wood, and Langford, all home runs. All I did is hit X to sim. I can't do. Are we gonna get 4? Let's see if Vinny. Something's really strange if Vinny hits one. Here we go. Single. Okay, kept it in the park. Buxton. Single, 2 on, 1 out for McVey. Double play, so we get 3 runs, have 5 hits in the inning. Hey, I said we need to get to them early. Bottom of the inning. Triple by Henderson. Walk. Stolen base. Sack fly, it's 3-1. It's up to Willits now with a man on second and 2 outs here in the top of the second. All right, let me see if I can get a good pitch to drive. I don't even care if it's the first pitch. Here it comes. And it's low for a ball. Willits' number for the season. That he was up near 300, over 300 at one point. Willits ahead in the count, 2-0. Well, give me a big fat pitch. Outside, ball 3. James Wood is already homered on deck. Got to sit dead red here. 3-0 count. Here it comes. And ball 4. All right, I'll take the 4-pitch walk. 2 men on in front of James Wood. All right, can the sim come through again? No, he flies out. And they get a leadoff triple for the 2nd inning in a row. What is the deal? And the next batter walks. Strikeout this time. Stolen base. Fly out. Doesn't score. And a strikeout. So Roki totally pitched out of huge jam. Both innings only giving up 1 run. And Tom McVey, it's a 2-run shot. Now it's 5-1 Nationals. We did get the steal early. Wilkin doubles. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I subbed in Wilkin in the batting order for Castro against lefties because he was slumping so bad. So I'm glad I didn't pick him to do this game because I'd have been looking at the screen funny. So now we got man on second, 2 outs. Olavita strikes out. Pick it up, top of the 4th. It's 5-2 now. Abrams on with a walk. Let's try and steal. Go man on scoring position now for Eli Willits. That's it for Steele. I'm shocked he stayed in this long. New pitcher, lefty Gregory Soto. High batting average against. All right. See if I can all he needs a base hit. Strike 1, inside corner. But listen to the series. Does have a walk today. Down to count 0-2. Here's a pitch. Fouled back. How's he down to count 0-2? He only threw 1 pitch. Reset. I don't have quick counts on. And we strike out. They brought a pitcher in. Pick it up top of 6. Still 5-2 Nats. Eli Willits up. Nobody on. And 2 out. He's facing A.J. Smith-Shawver now. First pitch. Ripped foul off to the left. Willits works the count even at 2. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in a deep right center field, and that ball is caught at the edge of the warning track. Give it a good ride. And pick it up, top of the 9th. We're up 5-3. Eli Willits leading off. See if Smith-Shawver stays in the game, or they're going to sub him out as soon as I hit circle. Oh, he's in there. Okay. Need one more chance to try and find grass. First pitch is outside for a ball. 0 for 3 with a walk. All right, count even at 1. Pitch. And another high fly ball into right field. And that's going to be an 0 for 4 day for Eli Willits. And despite my lack of hitting, Garrett Whitlock came in and shut it down for his 26th save. Roki goes to 8-5. Steele drops to 10-5 as we win game 2, even up the series. Get back to within a game. So if we can take game 3, we can come out of this series with a tie in the top of the National League East. Go to the box score. Abrams 2 hits, Langford 3, 2 hits for Buxton, 4 walks, only 5 Ks. We hit 4 home runs in the game. Roki pitched well. Romero gave us a little bit of heartburn in the 6th. The rest of the guys did great. And we do have a trade. We get Phil Maton back, give up Griffin Jacks and that young reliever that has horrible clutch. So we'll give them the prospect, and we'll get a better, more consistent guy in the pen that we've used before. Thank God Griffin Jacks can go tear up somebody else's bullpen. All right, game 3. Andrew Alvarez pitching out of his mind since he came back from the minors against Hurston Waldrop. We're just going to hit triangle and see if we get a critical situation or not. We do, right off the rip. Game is tied, top of the 10th. Man on second, 1 out. CJ facing Gregory Soto. Let's hop in and try and get this win. Wind is blowing in. We're going to send him. We're going to chance it. There he goes. Pitches outside, throw down, and he's in safe. There we go. Got to be aggressive. So now the winning run is at third base with 1 out. See the replay. Got a good jump. Helped that the throw was on the foul side. Now they got to play a defense in. We just got to get the ball out of the infield, and we'll take the lead. We're way out in front of that slider. Reset. 1-1 count. There's a pitch. Pitch out. Yeah, I'm not going to squeeze him. It goes even at 2. Cannot strike out. Got to look down. There's a pitch. And we got it. And right to the first base and right in the cup. Cup check over there. Matt Olson, table for 1. Wow. All right, that'll bring up Willie Castro. And I've been talking about replacing. First pitch is high and outside. 0 for 4 today, 0 for 7 in the series. He might get shipped out by the end of the month if he doesn't straighten up. Castro behind the count, 1-2 now. Here's the pitch, and we strike out. Cannot lay off the sweeper. And it's impossible for me to lay off a sweeper. And we're going to pick this game up in the top of the 16th inning. This game has gone on forever. And we have 2 men on, 2 men out. Wyatt Langford 0 for 7 on the day facing A.J. Smith-Shawver. All right, Smith-Shawver comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. Base hit through the right side. We're going to send him. Here comes the throw, and it's cut off, and the run scores, and he gets tagged out. I sent him on purpose to stay away from that throw to the plate, and it worked out perfectly as we lead 7-6 going to the bottom of the 16th inning. And the first batter, Garrett Whitlock face. Gunnar Henderson hits a solo shot, and this game's tied. And the Nats were able to scratch out a run, win this game 8-7, win the series 2-1. Whitlock gets the win in relief. After blowing the save, we managed to get a walk, a stolen base, and a single, and get that run in. There's your box score. 1 for 7 for Vinny, 1 for 8 for Langford, 1 for 8 for Abrams. My goodness. We had 10 walks in the game, 14 strikeouts, 3 home runs. Horrible outing by Maton his first game back. I do not understand what it is with that pitcher in that spot. And, wow. I can't figure it out. I've never seen a bullpen pitch like this in my entire life with the ratings that they have. And now we're in a first place tie with the Braves, 1 game ahead of the Mets, 4 games ahead of the Marlins. We're going to sim these games against the Cardinals and Giants and get us down to the Mets. Game 1, McClanahan against Kyle Leahy. Skip that, and we win 6-5. Home run by Buxton, 5 hits, 5 for 6. McClanahan pitched well. Maton pitched, got a blown save, but he pitched well. Whitlock blows a save for the 2nd day in a row. And see if we can get these guys finished off on their signings. Zach Elise signs. Edgar Heel signs. Stefan Almanzar signs. Luis Delgado signs. Here we go. Peter Green signs. All right, we finished all those guys off now. Game 2, Cade Horton against Brady Singer. Singer's on the trade block. I'm very interested in him as a rental. Not sure what that would cost. And we win 3-2. The box score, James Wood hits his 26th home run. Okay, a couple of steals. Horton pitched really well. Varland had to come in and get the save. Gives up a run, but gets the save. And now game 3, Brad Lord against Dustin May. Can we get the sweep? Can we win 5 in a row? We lose 6-3. Home run by Vinny and CJ. 15 strikeouts. Lord did not pitch well at all. Dustin May had 11 of those Ks. And a big deal, David Bruno, 57 overall A potential for Brian Abreu, Camilo Doval, and Luke Weaver, as the Cubs get 3 arms for their bullpen. My goodness. Now we start a 10-game homestand with the Giants, Mets, and Phillies. Giants are in first place in the National League West. Mets are right on our tail. And normally I would get through the trade deadline and get through this date right here so you can see the player ratings, but I'm not going to do that. The video's getting long enough as it is. And I need more time to think about what we're going to do at the deadline. And we just flipped Maton and Jax, and I got to figure out what I want to do at third base for the next month or so, because I really don't want to bring up Dunbar right now. So need more time to, as a friend of mine used to say, power think on this. So we're just going to play the Giants series. So next episode, we'll kick it off with the Mets. As soon as we get through those 3 games, we'll be able to look at the ratings for our draft picks. Sorry about that, but I need more time. And even though we're in first place by a game, it feels like we're in third place. So, you know what I mean? Game 1, Roki Sasaki, Shoto Imanaga, battle of 2 Japanese pitchers. Just hit triangle. Lose 7-5. Devers and Eldridge with home runs. Our side, Abrams with a home run. We pound out 13 hits, still lose. Maton gives up 2 runs, 1 earned. Roki does not pitch well. Game 2, Andrew Alvarez against Hayden Birdsong. We win 9-3. Bounce back win there. No home runs allowed. And they have Mike Trout, guys. I don't know when they got Mike Trout, but Mike Trout is playing right field for the Giants. Pounded Birdsong and Castro, our side. 4 hits for Buxton. Langford and Abrams with home runs. Alvarez pitched well. Bullpen, Fairbanks gives up a run, but gets the hold. Now we are tied with the Braves for first place. And here it is, July 8th. They traded Franklin Arias to the Angels for Ryan Zefferjon and Mike Trout. They also made a huge trade with the Cubs, getting Jonah Heim, Shota Imanaga, and Casey Schmidt for Julio Guzman, Howard Sherry, and they got Sandy Alcantara from the Cubs for Rob Day, and Luis Arraez from the Phillies. Man, they are making moves. Speaking of making moves, look in the upper right-hand corner. Recommended strategy is big buyer. They want us to sell and go get players. The problem is, I like our lineup outside of third base, and I don't want to go pay what I have to pay to get a rental at third base when Dunbar is going to be up in September. And I've already made a bunch of trades in the bullpen. The only thing I can do is make a trade in the rotation. Sasaki 426, Lord 535. Ullman's getting close. In fact, he could be up in September as well, and that would take care of the pitching problem. So we basically just need to tread water for a month. All right, game 3, McClanahan and Cutter Crawford. And let's hop in here, and you know what? I'm going to pitch with Shane. We'll sim the batting. I'm going to pitch with Shane this game. Now on to game 3 in this series against the Giants. Another first place team that we got to take on. Shane McClanahan. You know I pitch well with him. Looking for another good start today as he's going to take on Cutter Crawford. Saw him in the World Series with the Red Sox. Hopefully we can get to him early. Take a look at these guys. Side-by-side comparison. Very, very similar stats. Just a few less walks for McClanahan. A few more strikeouts. Now we get to look at Shane's full season stats. 4.7% walk rate is outstanding. Just got to get those strikeouts up a touch more. And leading off for the Giants is Mike Trout. Yeah, when I saw that in the box score, I was like, Mike Trout is on the Giants? Are you kidding me? But they didn't have to give up a whole lot to get him. He's behind, or ahead 2-0. And here's a 2-hopper to short. Willits has it, throw to first, and there's 1 up, 1 down here in the first inning. Good start there by Shane. Take a look at their lineup. Devers coming up next. Ramos is dangerous. Then they got the generational player David Almanzar from the first-year draft. Just picked up a rise in a trade last week. Very top-heavy, top 6 batting order. And stepping in now is Rafael Devers. He's hitting .333 on the season. First pitch to him is fouled off to the left. Wait until you see his full season stats. And they're not going to show it, so I'll show it to you later in the game. 0-2 count. Here's a pitch, and here's a pop fly into shallow left center field. Willett's racing out, and he's going to have that for the second out here in the top of the first. There we go. 2 dangerous hitters retired, and now Elliot Ramos steps in. Good season for him, on pace for 35 to 40 homers, 100 ribs. He's behind 0-2. Here's a pitch from Shane, and it's a little pop fly up the first base line in foul territory. McVey, over where the umpire normally stands, has that for the third out. So there we go. Nice 1-2-3 inning. 3 dangerous hitters go down, and let's see if we can get the bats going early in this one. And Tom McVey grounds out. James Wood solo shot. There we go. That's a hot start, right? Exactly what we needed. That was the only run we would score in the innings. Now we go to the top of the second inning. DH David Almanzar. First pitch swinging from the ropes, a line drive single to center field. Doesn't take him very long, so we got man on first and nobody out. I'm going to bring in Willie Adames. See his numbers there. He's got weird splits. He hits righties better than he does lefties as a right-handed batter. One, nobody out. 1-1 count. Here's ground ball to short. Willits has it. Flip to second for one. Relay to first. And there we go. 6-4-3. Double play. Eliminates that leadoff single. That'll bring in Luis Arraez. I said earlier, just came over in a trade. Had nobody on base for him. Having another good season. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Wood chasing it back to the bullpen, and it's off the back wall, and a home run for Arraez, and this game is tied. Wow. Least likely guy. Would not expect Arraez to have already 14 home runs on the season, and he just turned on that pitch from Shane and yanked it out to tie this game up. That'll bring in center fielder Jake Myers, formerly of the Astros. See his numbers on the year. Nobody on and 2 out. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and he strikes out on circle change. And that'll end the inning. But the Giants get a solo shot from Arraez, tie this game up. At the bottom of the second inning. See if our bats can wake up some more. Leadoff single by Buxton. And we're going to steal second. There we go. Abrams. RBI double. There we go. 2-1 lead. That's all the runs we would score as Tyler Fitzgerald steps in. Giants second baseman, his regular season numbers. He's behind 1-2. Pitch from Shane. And swing and a miss, and he strikes out on that four-seamer up and in, and that's the first out here in the third inning. Second strikeout in a row. That'll bring in Patrick Bailey, 4-time Gold Glover. A little bit of a bat, but mostly a defensive player. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And he strikes out on a four-seamer up in his eyes as well. So 2 up, 2 down on Ks. 3 Ks in a row. See McClanahan's pitch usage today. Loves that four-seamer. That'll bring in Mike Trout back to the top of the order. Nobody on, 2 out here in the third inning. 1 hit in the series. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch. And he swings and misses and strikes out on a high four-seamer. So McClanahan strikes out the side. 4 strikeouts in a row. We're up 2-1. Head to the bottom of the third. And a solo shot by Wood, his second in 3 innings, makes it 3-1 Nats. And we go to the top of the fourth. Devers, see what he's done in the series. Popped out his first time. Leading off here in the fourth inning. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. And he strikes out on a high four-seamer. That's 5 straight strikeouts for McClanahan. All the players, since Arraez has homered, all 5 players have struck out, and he was very tardy on that four-seamer. Well, McClanahan's a little pissed off he gave up that home run. He's taking it out on the other hitters. Got to bring in Ramos. He fouled out his first time. Nobody on, 1 out here in the fourth. Sugar Shane is unhittable. Right now he is. 2-2 count on Ramos. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Buxton a couple of steps over. He's got that, and that's the second out. That'll bring in Almanzar. That rope to center field first time up. Here's the first pitch. There's a high fly ball in the right center field. He's swinging early and often. Wood racing back side of the track, and he's got it for the third out. So Another 1-2-3 inning for McClanahan. Go to the bottom of the fourth, up 3-1. We did not score, so we go to the top of the fifth. Willie Adames leading things off. Into a double play his first time. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Backhanded by Willips. Throw to first. There we go. 1 up, 1 down here in the fifth. That'll bring in a rise. Hit that solo shot in a second for their only run. They haven't had a base runner since. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Shane. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Buxton a few steps back. He's going to settle under and have that. And that's the second out. 9 straight outs for McClanahan. There we go. I'll bring in Jake Myers. Nobody on and 2 out. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. McVey's got it. Race to the bag. And another 1-2-3 inning. That's 10 straight retired by McClanahan. As we head to the bottom of the fifth. Up 3-1. And Vinny Pasquantino, 2-out RBI single, makes it 4-1. There we go. Now we go to the top of the sixth. Tyler Fitzgerald leading things off. First pitch from Shane. The ground ball to third base. Castro's got it. Easy throw to first. And there's 1 up, 1 down, 1 pitch, 1 out. I like that ratio. And I'll bring in Patrick Bailey. Struck out his first time. Nobody on, 1 out here in the sixth. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch from Shane. And it's going to be a ground ball second base. Abrams has it. Throw to first. 2 up, 2 down on a total of 4 pitches. That'll take us to the top of the order. Mike Trout again. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And swings and misses and strikes out on a fastball off the plate. Another 1-2-3 inning for Shane. That's 13 straight retired. As we head to the bottom half, 6, 7, and 8 coming up. And we did not score, so now we go to the top of the seventh. Rafael Devers. There's his regular season number. 41 homers, 106 RBI, and we are not to August 1st yet. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a line drive over Shane's head into center field. So the Giants will have their leadoff man on here in the 7th inning. At least we kept him in the ballpark. That'll bring in Ramos. He's 0 for 2. First pitch is a ground ball third. Grabbed by Castro. Throw to second for 1. Relay to first. And there we go. 5-4-3 double play. Erases that leadoff hit. Nice play. Look at this replay. Hits it hard. Backhanded. Sling it to second. Easy turn. And, yeah, that was very convenient double play. So now Almanzar comes up and nobody on and 2 out, which is good because he's hit the ball hard twice already. 1-0 count on him. Here's the pitch from Shane. It's going to be a ground ball. A little sliding backhand by Castro. Throw to first and a 1-hop scoop by McVey, and we get him out. Man, Almanzar's hit the ball hard every time. We're still up 4-1 going to the bottom half. He didn't score, so we go to the top of the 8th. Willie Adames leading things off. He's going to pop one down the first base line. McVey over in foul territory. Going to have that for the out. There we go. 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring in a rise. 1 for 2. Solo shot. Hopefully we can keep him off base. 2-2 count. He's fouled off 4 straight 2-strike pitches. There's a shot in the right center field. Wood on the run, and it splits the outfielders. Goes to the wall. Throw comes back in, and Arise is in with a double. His second extra base hit of the game. And we're going to the pen. We're not going to mess around. Let Shane get beat up. Pitching tired. Doesn't have a ton of pitches. They've been swinging early in counts, but wanted to leave with good success. Coming in out of the pen, it's going to be Pete Fairbanks, former closer. Now an excellent setup guy. Just going to keep him in that role and keep rocking and rolling with the good vibes. See his numbers on the season. I'll bring in Jake Myers as the first batter. He's going to face 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And there's a little blooper in the left field. It's going to drop. Langford's got it. Here comes the throw, and the runner's held at third. So they got a man at the corners and 1 out, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. That's Tyler Fitzgerald. So he's got 2 hits in the series, but hitless today. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Pete, and he chases a slider off the plate and strikes out. Big, huge strikeout for Fairbanks there. The runners have to stay at first and third. See the replay. Big sweeping slider, and off the plate, can't reach it, and he's out. Nice pitch. Now bring in Patrick Bailey. Does have a little pop in his bat. Sees 2 for 9 with a double in the series. 0-2 count on him. Come on, Pete. Finish him off. There it is. Strike 3. High fastball. And Pete gives it the bloop single, but then gets 2 big strikeouts to strand those runners at the corners. Keep the lead at 4-1. Now we're going to the top of the 9th inning. We didn't score in the 8th. New closer Garrett Whitlock's going to come in, try and slam the door, as the scoreboard says right there. Keep this lead for McClanahan. Give us the win. Give us the win in the series. See his numbers on the season with his 26 saves. First man up is going to be Mike Trout. First pitch to him. It's going to be a line drive base hit to center field. So the Giants will have their leadoff man on right in front of all their big power hitters. Rafael Devers, 3 for 10 with a homer in the series. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's going to be a ground ball. Oh, grabbed. Throw to second, and they said he caught that on the fly. I thought it was short hop, so I'm looking to turn 2 on the play. See this replay. I just instinctually threw it to second. Yeah, 6 inches off the ground, and I thought it was a short hop. So that'll bring in Ramos now with 1 on and 1 out. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And chases and strikes out on the sweeper. There we go. Huge out there. Second out here in the 9th inning. Giants are down to their last outs. And that'll bring in David Almanzar. First pitch to him. Here's a high fly ball in a deep left center field. Langford on the run to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Late jump. I can never use that meter to jump. I'm always late. I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out, but either way, Almanzar, 31st home run. He's hit the ball hard every single time he's been up. No wonder he's a generational player. Just didn't fall to us in that first draft. Now we have a 1-run game. Check this replay. Absolutely torched that ball. And you can see I got back there. I'm waiting and mistimed it by a long shot. That'll bring in Willie Adames. Like I said, he hits righties better than lefties. He is the tying run at the plate. Nobody on and 2 out. 0-1 pitch. And he swings and misses on the sinker for strike 2. So now we only need 1 more strike. Whitlock to get the save from McClanahan. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he swings and misses and strikes out on the slider. We do get the save, do get the win in the series. McClanahan goes to 9-5. Crawford to 9-7. Whitlock is 27 save as the Nationals take 2 out of 3. And we very well may face the Giants in the playoffs as they lead the National League West. Take a look at this box score. 2 hits for Almanzar, home run, 2 RBIs. Arise, 2 hits, double and a home run. Crawford, 4 runs on 7 hits in 4 innings. The bullpen did a good job. We're on our side, 2 hits for McVey, 2 for Wood, both solo homers. 2 hits for Pasquantino. Stole 3 bags. McClanahan, 1 run, 4 hits, no walks, 6 Ks, 7 1/3. Fairbanks got out of that jam. Whitlock gave us a little drama in the 9th. We were able to get that final out and preserve the 4-2 win. Preserve the 4-3 win. And that's going to be it for this episode. I am not going to play the series against the Mets and get us through the trade deadline. Normally I would get it through that date, get us to August 1st so you can see the ratings on the draft picks, the real ratings. But I have a bunch of trade offers out that I'm waiting for. And I want to see what those trades look like before we get on to that next series. The Mets for 3, Phillies after that. And you can see we are tied with the Braves. Mets are 2.5 back, Marlins 5 back. So that's a big series against the Mets to kind of keep them away from us and keep it a 2-team race. And let's take a look at the wild card race. You can see the standings there. And Giants, we close it within 1 of the number 1 spot for the wild card. Braves and Nats are tied for the 2nd and 3rd. Diamondbacks are 1 game back. Mets are 1.5 games. Rockies, look at the Rockies, they're 2 back. So there's a lot of teams vying for those 3 spots. So we need to be on our game the rest of the year, and hopefully some of these trades that I've offered will go through and we can make some serious improvements to this team. Hey, if you guys are enjoying the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live, which will be trade deadline, draft pick ratings reveal, and the rest of August into September. Hopefully we can make some moves and get this team ready for the postseason. You guys take care and go Nats.